Hey everybody! Welcome back to another episode of
We Got Ish to Say, an Everyday Vibe
podcast. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Kay.
We got friends, y'all!
We're on a vacation!
It's vacation mode, gang. If you can't tell, I've lost my voice already, so it's about to be rough. This voice.
And I'm eating a Laffy Taffy, and I got.
And telling us bad jokes on the Laffy Taffy rapper. What was that damn joke?
How do you greet a woman's heels?
Hi,
heels. Hi. Comma heels.
Yeah. Real dad joke. Real cute. Anyway.
Listen, this is day number 3. Trace. Day number 3. And as you can tell, we're so over it.
I'm dead.
No, we're not. We really want to stay here forever. So, what are we talking about today?
So, we're on vacation, right? And we did a little birthday getaway for my birthday. I got friends, y'all, because it's cool trying to play my ass. I had to have friends last year.
happy birthday, Amanda!
Happy birthday, Amanda!
Okay.
Listen, guys. I told you guys we get out. And here is a lot of the people. Lance.
Don't edit it.
I'm speaking. This is my show, so you gotta be quiet. This is my show. I love it. And we told y'all we be outside. So, friends, say hello to our audience.
Y'all can start introducing yourself. Let's start down here at my boy Boston. That's not his name, but it's okay. Pass that down.
45. I'm gonna take a drink. All right, Amanda calls me Boston, aka Jay. Reasons why she calls me Boston: I'm from Boston, been out here about a year and a half, and with everybody here, gang time. Yeah, you know that.
My name is Nicole, Nicopedia Brown. I've been on a previous podcast, by the way, if you don't know me. Hi. I'm from the IE, Moreno Valley, California, and I'm very happy to always celebrate Amanda.
What's up, shawties? It's your favorite 92 goddess, Honey, from the south side of Chicago, one of the best cities other than LA. I've been out here for almost 6 years.
Yo, what's good? My name Dane V, South Central LA. Hey, I'm just happy to celebrate.
I'm Inera. Hi, everybody. I'm thankful to be here. Thankful for Amanda. Thankful for everybody around me. Thankful for the love. Thankful for the peace. And thankful for the prosperity. Oh, I'm from Indiana, but yeah, I'm just here.
I'm Kay, one of your hosts of We Got Ish to Say.
I didn't know I needed a reintroduction. It's my show. I'm Amanda.
This is cool. That guy's cool. Y'all know what it is. I was on the previous show as well, so gotta support my girls. Yeah. And happy birthday to Amanda. Hope you guys enjoy the show. And let's get it popping.
I'm gonna try my best to be real quiet because I've been loud all day. I've been loud all day. But my name is Taylor. I'm from Long Beach. I'm here to celebrate Amanda. I'm here to enjoy my time with everybody here. I'm lit.
Yo. Is Lance, aka Mr. Magnificent, aka Zeddy for real? Where's she going? Where's she going? It's okay though. Hey yo, we here. Hey, Chicago raised, Long Beach growing.
Go ahead and keep introducing yourself.
we about to keep it moving. Hey, we gotta keep it smoothing. G.
You not ready?
G, is that all right? You got it? Come on, I got the one hand. Yo. I multitask. So I'm the one that caused trouble. Thank God and God bless.
Oh my Jesus. Okay, so y'all, yes, Lance was actually on the show. I'm gonna give him his props. He kicked off our show with us as our first guest.
So thank you, Zaddy, for real. We appreciate you. Welcome back to the show. Yo, this is real life. Our friends are wild. This is the energy. But hey, this is the energy. Y'all want to be around us. So obviously, well, Kay, what we talking about today? I'm gonna let you fully introduce it. I started off, but Kay, we running better.
Hey, listen, you know we got the title for you. Vacationing. 10 plus more.
Lord,
should I or shouldn't I? Because it's a lot of motherfuckers in this room. It's 10 or plus more.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
So we coming with y'all heart.
They not all on camera, but they here.
Should you come with 10 people or more? What you think, Amanda? Just give me a quick answer real quick.
No.
Wait. Hold up.
Okay, so this is my thing.
So you ain't having a good experience?
No. I'm about to say this is my thing.
Okay.
I say yes if you are one of those people who like know your people and know your friends. Do not choose your homies off like every corner of the street and be like, yeah, let's go do something together, y'all. Like, let's go take a trip. Because traveling will expose things for you. I promise you. Like, okay, you really want to know somebody? Travel with them. See who they are. So traveling exposes a lot of things. And so really just know who your people are. That's what my best advice is. If you don't know your people and if you don't know that you pick well or have great energy around you, hell no, don't do that. This group has been amazing, though. So we could do this again. We gonna make this a regular. Shout out to y'all. Y'all make this trip amazing. Facts. Y'all made this absolutely amazing. This is like the best birthday ever because of y'all. This was definitely worth it. We running this up again. We making this a habit. So if y'all would like to go donate to our GoFundMe for us to vacation every 6 months, we
If you want a winter part of this episode, we going to Big Bear.
Hey. Okay.
And definitely support the GoFundMe.
I'm dead. Okay. So let's. Yeah. All right. So we got some questions. All right. We got questions for y'all. So question number 1 is, what is the best vacation you've taken? Who wants to go first? Okay.
We got Honey. Let's get it, Honey.
I'm Honey. Hi.
Oh, when I went on my cruise trip to Jamaica and the Cayman Islands back in 2015?
Why was it the best vacation?
Because we made it out of the group chat. The trip made it out of the group chat.
So you saying black people don't make it out the group?
So you saying black people don't make it out the group chat, Honey? Is that what we saying?
Some. The key word is some. Black people don't make it out the group chat.
All right, I feel that. Somebody else tell me what's the best vacation they've been on. Nicole's up.
I just went on my first trip out of the country to the Mexican Riviera. I went on a cruise. It was a mother-daughter cruise. So it was beautiful because I got to spend time with my mom, and it was like a book club situation. And it was a romance novelist, and she only writes Black books. So it's all Black love stories. So I had been reading her books since I was 16, and my mom kept reading them. And then so we all went in the group. But the most interesting thing that happened, because it was on a cruise, one, there's a thing called Cruise Bay. I'm going to let y'all know what a Cruise Bay is, which is when married individuals, I ain't going to say niggas, married individuals get on the cruise and act real single and have a bay for the cruise. So that was my first experience with that. Now, mind you, I was nobody's cruise bay. I got on Instagram and I seen that they had been married for 20 years. So that was not my cup of tea. But the most interesting thing was, one, I got carded. Yes, I'm very young. I'm very young, looking 34. But with that in mind, we got in the club, which was 18 and over, on the cruise ship, and there was a blind man that came in. Now, mind you, respecting all people with disabilities, but he was a white blind man that came in with his stick folded and a bottle of Moet in the other hand, and he walked. No, now he took his stick out and he tippity tappied his way onto the dance floor. to do the Cupid shuffle with all of us. And you know, my people, we was like to the left, we got you. So that was a fire cruise memory.
Like that.
Oh yeah, tippity tap tap tap.
He said clack clack with that.
Listen, I wish to be that blind man.
Look, he sound like he was lit. He said, "Oh, we two stepping. I can do that."
You can ask one more, or we can go to the next
All right. Anybody else? Best vacation you taking?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've been in so many like nice little spots, but I would say like Miami was probably my most memorable one. Only because we like did a lot of stupid stuff, and I don't want to talk about it because I think it's kind of like XXX rated. But I would say we skinny dipped in the ocean and stuff. That was pretty good. And no, I can't say that. But basically, I had fun. Me and my friends, we went to Miami. We had a great time. We went a lot of people from college, and we got a little loose. And I don't drink, so that's saying a lot. Yeah, okay,
That,
okay,
that, that right there.
I didn't say all that, you know.
So what that guy is cool is saying is that there was multiple people in sescapades, but that's all we're gonna say today. Manera?
I would really like to say, and this is honestly no cap, this really so far, and I'm only 26, so I got a lot more years ahead of me, but this is the best vacation that I've been on so far. Like the love, the harmony, like when I say, and I said this before off camera, but when I say this could have been a whole Bad Girls Clubhouse in this bitch, if the vibrations would have not been right, like if the frequencies would have been off just enough for everybody, and we got liquor involved, like
People different.
like come on, a drunken mind speaks the sober truth, and I just feel like we have good enough vibes around us to really like the vibes are just so genuine, and I just really appreciate the love, and I definitely had to say that before we went on to the next one.
Aww, we love you, Micah. We glad you're here.
Hey guys, I'm Kay,
I'm Amanda,
and we're your hosts of We Got Ish to Say
an Everyday Vibe podcast.
We just wanted to drop in and say thank you so much for tuning into the show, and we wanted to invite you to our free community.
Hey, an Everyday Vibe, because y'all know we a vibe.
Period, Amanda. In this community, you have access to other viewers and you get to connect with them. And you also get a free newsletter that gives you updates and shares our affiliate links.
Fire! And on top of that, we've created another level of the community. We realized that when we created this and started things, we wanted to build a community. We wanted to have conversation full of value, tips, tricks, and just help each other out.
Tell
We're
them, Amanda.
stronger together. So, in the subscription community, you get all of what Kay just mentioned. On top of that, you get behind the scenes. Obviously, there's things that are cut out of these interviews. They are way too long. You get us being us in our everyday life. And remember, we're brand owners, so there's photo shoots. You get behind the scenes of photo shoots that we do for our brands and really see what's coming up next.
Damn!
Outside of that, there's also live Q&A sessions with our guests after interviews where you get to ask any other questions that you personally have to go deeper, right? We're trying to grow. We're trying to get out here and be stronger together. So you get to ask them and connect with them so that way you have more resources and you get access to our exclusive offers, secrets that maybe other people don't know, but we're going to drop them for y'all, and so much more.
So much more. Don't miss out to be a part of the paid community because Amanda just listed a ton of stuff. So make sure you guys tap that link below to join our community.
Love you. See you on the other side.
All right, we gonna do one more best vacation because I mean what Manera said was beautiful. I feel like we all like tearing up, so we gotta end it on a it's a Dame, and he gonna close us up with the last best vacation.
All right, best. So after this one right here, this is first and foremost. I ain't about to hold y'all. This is dope as like she said. After this one, probably like going snowboarding in Mammoth Lake. Fun as dope as hell. I ain't about to hold y'all. It was a point. Your boy wiped out. I had to contemplate my life for a minute. Like, is this something that I should be doing right now? Like, I don't know if black people snowboard. I seen like 8 black people all day in 8 hours. What's going on here? But after that, like 20 minutes of like a break, fun as amazing as hell. I say if you ain't snowboard, you need to snowboard. That shit fun as hell.
Okay.
Take the chance.
Because if you break some, you're gonna break everything. Right. You skinny ass. All right. So our next question is going to be. Okay, so me personally, I'm a Vegas person. I love Vegas. I will go multiple times a year, like every year, like no cap. But there, you can spend too many days on any vacation, in my opinion. And I spent too many days in Vegas one time, and I was like, "Yo, can I get some money back? I'm ready to take my ass home. Like I'm good." So my question is, how many days is too many days for a vacation? Like when do we cap out? Okay. Hold on, Amanda. Hold on, Amanda. Did you spend too many days in Vegas because you spent too much money in Vegas, or was you too drunk in Vegas? Please clarify. I've spent too much time in Vegas overall in my life, and now there's like I ran out of stuff to do in Vegas, so I was. Hold on.
It's not on.
There we go. I got to see the bars across here to see. It wasn't doing it. Okay. So I think I muted myself. Well, damn, I can mute myself. That's good to know.
Oh, I hope nobody was muted, Lord.
No, they weren't. I've been watching it.
Me too.
So again, the question is, how many days is too many days on vacation? If you're going to Vegas, the answer is 5. Don't do it.
So last year, I was with somebody, and we would go to Vegas all the time. At one point in time, I like to sports gamble. I'm into sports. I've been on basketball, baseball, football, all of that. So I bet 8 teams for baseball, and I won $1,200. 1,200. That's $1,200. We was already there for 3 days. After I won that, we stayed an extra 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was out there for a week and a half, actually 2 weeks, because I kept winning on sports bets. I wasn't drinking like that, but I was betting like that, and I kept losing money. The 1,200 that I lost going to the hotel, into the bets. I say just a week is good enough for Vegas because you just gonna come back empty handed with good ass memories. Maybe. Maybe. Depending. Yeah. 7 days is good enough.
I think it all depends on where you're going, cause like you can go to Vegas, but like let's say you went to like one of your favorite places out the country, Bali, Thailand. I think a week is just too short for me. I would probably want to be there for at least 2 weeks and just to.
No, he's saying like. It's okay. He said any place. Okay.
Clearly, nobody wasn't listening. I said if you're going out the country and you go to Bali, Thailand. No, the question was vacation in general.
How many days?
Yeah.
But I'm saying it all depends on what place you go to, because I can understand Vegas, because Vegas is not huge, and everybody just go to the Strip or what is it, Fremont?
Yeah, Fremont.
Yeah, and so people just only go there, and it's probably just super limited, and it's just a small little desert place. But if you're going to like a big city or out the country, you probably want to be there for more than a week because you want to really experience it, see multiple parts of the cities, and. But I think it all depends on where you're going on your vacation.
Big bet. I agree with that. That's true. I agree with that too. We gonna pass this to Wikipedia.
I'm only gonna say, as someone who grew up partially in Vegas, there's a lot of things to do besides the Strip. So if you want to go to the Red Rock Canyon, there's Lake Mead where you can rent a houseboat and cruise on the lake. There's a lot of museums. There's like a mobster museum that's a speakeasy that you can go underground with. So to be honest, there's a lot you can do outside of the Strip. You just have to be willing to explore. So I think anytime you go anywhere, I think more than 7 days is enough time. Because Vegas really does have a lot more to offer than gambling for sure. So
when we going back to Vegas?
When is Vegas again? I'm down.
So if y'all remember last time she was on the show, she definitely said she know a lot of facts about things. So text Nikki for anything before you go anywhere. Text Wikipedia. She got you. All right. So most recent vacation. This is our most recent vacation.
Right, I was just going to say.
What's your most recent vacation outside of this one in 2023? She been jumping at the mic. I'm gonna just give it to her.
Just in case.
No, you good.
I mean,
Okay, bet. So before this, I went to actually Dreamville Fest in April. I bought my ticket in November. 2022, when tickets went on sale, I bought the VIP ticket because I was just like, it's Dreamville. I listened to 95% of the label. I don't care who the lineup is because at the time the lineup wasn't even announced. And then the show was April 1st and April 2nd, and they announced like the lineup in March. Then come to find out it was Drake and Usher headlining on both, like on Saturday and Sunday. And I bought my ticket in November. I had no idea who the lineup was until March. They texted me at 9 in the morning and was like, yo, Usher is headlining on the 1st and Drake and J. Cole are headlining on the 2nd. I was like, oh, I'm lit. My ticket was $600 when I bought it in November, the VIP ticket. And then after they announced the lineup, the VIP ticket went up to $1,000. So I was like, I made out like a fat rat. And I loved every person that performed those 2 days because the lineup was just meant for me. It was my whole playlist. And I enjoyed that. I went with people that aren't here right now, but they all know them, Tay and Mariah. I went with them on the trip to North Carolina, and it was real lit. It was my first time having Waffle House. Hey, it lived up to every social media that you see because the Waffle House I went to, there was like, "Hey, yo, we closed," and a customer came in and was like, "What the fuck, your door is locked?" And then the cook was like, "We ain't got nobody back here in the kitchen." And then it was just like, it got real intense, and I was like, "Dog, I'm just waiting for my waffle and my eggs. Like, just let me get my shit and go, and then y'all can squabble after that." But still, like, it was one of the best performances and shows I've ever seen in my life. It's always been on my bucket list to see Drake and J. Cole and Usher live, and I saw all three of them in one weekend live. So my bucket list is literally complete.
Exactly. I know that's right.
Hey, that's just all divine timing. Like, so that's lit. I'm glad you was able to see all the people that you hear on your playlist. And shit, them cheesy eggs, I know they was fire. Hey, listen, Waffle House 24 hours though, so it ain't debatable. It ain't debatable.
It is. I had a bad experience there.
All right, I hear you. Anyway, we got one more person that's gonna do this first. Most recent vacation. We got a couple people that just went some places. Y'all know I went to Maui, and I already told y'all it was raining and shit, but I ain't gonna hold you. I went to Texas. And you know, Amanda went to Texas. Jay just came from somewhere. He been quiet over there, but we giving it to husband.
Yeah, we just been vibing, but I just got back from Costa Rica. If y'all ain't leave the country yet, or if y'all haven't been to that part of the country, outside of the country, it's definitely fire. The the water about 89 degrees, nice and warm. I mean, blue oceans. It was a vibe. I mean, I went out on a little boat ride out into the jungle, got monkeys on my shoulder. We seen bats, we seen anacondas out there. It was definitely different. Yeah, it was a couple. It was like a big hole where there was like anacondas going in and out, and then ATV and different stuff like that. But definitely recommended Costa Rica. The food's good. All their money is in colones. If y'all don't know what colones is, do y'all research. It's a whole thing, but it's cool. It's a whole. So basically, every 500. $20 is gonna be 40,000 colones. So if y'all could do the math on that, yeah, if y'all do the math on that, y'all got it.
So somebody got to come with me to Costa Rica.
That's dope.
I ain't about to see no anacondas.
Right?
I'm about to.
Must be Ice Cube in that bitch.
Hey, we running it up in Costa Rica. He said $20 is 40,000 colones. Like shit. Rich bitch, rich auntie vibes forever. All right, so I want to know the top 3 things that you must do while you're on vacation. I know y'all know. I got a few, but I want to hear from y'all. It look like Dame got one.
First and foremost, you gotta eat. Like you gotta go to the food spot and see what they got going on. Like because if they ain't got good food, it's a burnt mission off tops. So like they got a good spot to eat at. That's your joint. Ask the locals what else they got going on. You straight.
Yeah.
After that, shit. Anything else?
Okay, as a recent recent traveler because I just got my passport. I just went on my first trip out the country. So, with that in mind, I told y'all I went to a book club. These women between the ages of 50 and 80 did not play about their time. When I tell you they had a meet and greet, they had karaoke. We was booked and busy the entire day. And when I tell you there is glory in finding rest in places that are foreign. So whether it's a hammock, a cabana, at a poolside bar, with them little lounge chairs that's in the water but not really in the water. Can we talk about how important rest is on vacation? I don't have to squeeze everything in. I may want to zip line a little bit, go to a fancy dinner, get some food, but I'm not trying to move every single minute of my vacation. So rest is something. Nap ministry is something I'm a part of. So
If it's one thing I always recommend is like getting off the actual tourist grid, right? Like hit the actual city. Get where the people that actually live there. Yeah, get where the people that live there go. When you do that, you get the real food, you get the best prices, and you get the actual like the culture and the environment. I mean, Costa Rica was my first time leaving the country, but even when I go to other cities and states, you just always go where the actual people just like, yeah, nah, this is getting nature, natural people that live there is recommendations. Always recommended for sure.
Jay took my answer.
Touche to everybody who answered. I would 100% agree. Does anybody have anything to add that was not said? Shagu? We know Shagu got something to say. He always got something to say. Shit.
I think if you with your bae, you gotta have great sex. I mean, you gotta bust the nut. Yeah. I don't care what y'all talking about. Y'all trying to sugarcoat it, but I do agree with everybody. Like you gotta have good food. You gotta talk to the locals to get the best experience, and you just gotta relax. I think that's a really important one that Nikki said, and all three of those are great. But having that nut bust, I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. Like, just think about it. You're gonna have sex in like a whole different person's like bed in a whole different area. If you know what I'm saying, you could do different experience. Don't act like y'all not thinking about this. I'm not the only person thinking about this. When you want to go out, and especially if you're with a group, you trying to find a person you trying to get laid with. You trying to get it in. You trying to get the orgasm in. So I feel like that's another thing people just kind of like not trying to say. So I'm gonna just say it and just let people know that that's another thing people trying to do. You trying to bust that nut, man, because you gonna go to work and you want to be happy when you go back to work. Right. So you want to bust that nut.
You know what, Shakur, you are absolutely right. I was actually gonna say that, but I was also like, I thought that it's obvious. Some people they go on vacation and they don't have sex, but I hope you do, cause shit, it's a vacation. Goddamn me, you better be enjoying your body and somebody else's body. So yeah, give these people permission to have some good sex while they're on vacation. Shout out to you. Amanda, what is our next question? Because I cannot deal with the with.
I got no voice. So since you ain't the only person thinking it, supposedly, Shakur, since you just trying to have all this great sex and bust nuts,
What's the question?
how many people is too many people on a vacation then? Because how you gonna get it in?
How many people is too many people on a vacation?
Yeah, because we did. Because in case y'all don't know, let's make you very aware. We booked an Airbnb. We got a house. It was 13 of us mother truckers in this bitch. So I don't know who was doing what, but apparently Shakur was trying to bust nuts all week, and we didn't know. We didn't leave him no space. So I just want to know now that we booked a room, a house of 13 people. How many people? Too many people for you?
It's not a cap on how many people can be there. If you got dope ass people and they don't mind sleeping wherever they want to sleep at, then I don't think it matters really. I think it does matter in certain circumstances, but I think we is a dope group and we didn't have any problems the whole time we've been here, and we've been having a great time. We having a great time now. So 13 people, I think if you got 13 dope ass, positive ass people, then that's good. I went to a trip in Mexico last year and it was only like 6 people and we had problems. You know what I'm saying? And that's because somebody else added a +1 if that made sense. And the +1, he was kind of like he was drinking, he was smoking. I don't know if he did anything else, but basically he felt like somebody was trying to hit on his wife when it really wasn't that. So it doesn't matter the amount of people if the people are dope, but you just got to know who you bringing.
Before you pass that to him, Austin has a question, a follow up question, and we're gonna pass it. Oh, you too? Okay,
Yeah.
pass it to her, and then we're gonna pass it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you was in your own little area without anybody. Let's say, because I was sharing the living room last night, I was sharing the living room with Dame, Honey, and Jay. So what would have happened if Dame and Honey would have had sex right there in the living room? Is that okay? Am I just supposed to roll over and ignore what the is going on? Honey moaning like this shit is the best thing she ever had in her life. Dame over here busting the nut and shit, and I'm like, damn, I'm just trying to sleep. It's 3 a.m. Like, what the is going on? Should I get up and go get something to drink? I ain't trying to fuck up they vibe, but what the fuck do I do in that situation? Like, hold on now.
It's ultimately up to you. You can sit there and watch. You can sit there and join in. You can sit there. I don't care what you do, but
I agree with Shakur. You can sit there and say, damn! Or you can be like, these motherfuckers busting nuts and I ain't.
It's a good video though.
Hey, if you decide to watch, take a video and send it to us.
All right. So my question with this whole thing right now, as far as the whole in the living room thing, I 100% agree with Shakur. If they get to that point, I mean, we adults, it's either for you to leave, it's either put your headphones in, or you tap the guy and be like, yo, can I join? But that's a whole nother situation, right? You start talking to people. But nonetheless, right, my question is, right, you go on a vacation with a bunch of people, 10, 12, 15 people. Some of y'all may know each other from the distance. Some of y'all are really cool. Some of y'all are tight. At what point does it get uncomfortable if you hit on somebody on a vacation when we all supposed to be vibing, right? Because, I mean, as a guy, most men intentions, you see a beautiful lady, first thing you want to do is say something. But when you in a house and you know you staying with somebody, let's say you approach it and you say something wrong and you f up first night in, how do you recover for that from the rest of the vacation? Because at the end of the day, it's like you saying we supposed to be f***ing and sucking and all this extra shit. If you a female, male, all this extra shit, right? Let's say I went in and I shot my shot and everything hit the fan. What happens next? Because I mean, at the end of the day, are we vibing because we out here to forget about the troubles back home, or we out here to because I ain't getting no pussy yet.
Damn.
That was a left turn, but it's okay. We'll get to that question at the end. We'll leave it as a bonus question because I feel like a lot of people want to speak on it. We're gonna leave that as a bonus question. Anybody else want to comment on how many people is too many? Does anybody else have like their own thoughts besides what was already said?
I really feel it just depends on who the crowd is. Cause like Cool said, you can have a minimum amount of people and that shit be up. You can have 30 people and y'all all in sync, coordinated and everything like that. As long as nobody hating, nobody trying to like outshine somebody or be on some bullshit, we straight. Personally, you said what, this like 13, 12 people?
13. It was 13 originally.
Originally 13. This shit nice as fuck right here. Hands down. Everybody here I with. Everybody here on some cool shit. Y'all just G.
Thank you, Dame, for repeating exactly what Shakur said. I can't. I'm dead. Okay. All right. So the next question is: since we're all on vacation, apparently we all had a great time, which is amazing. But there's definitely been some vacations probably gone left. We just heard Shakur talk about one with how many people? 6?
Yeah, it was like
Six people. Whatever. It went left. So what's the worst vacation you've been on? Like, what is the and Lance, you looking crazy, but I'm asking you because you've been real quiet this whole show, but yet you talk the most in this group. So this mother trucker don't stop talking all of a sudden.
No cap.
Let's make it Lance forever.
So what you, Lance?
The worst. Oh, so you wasn't listening either. The worst vacation.
Is the worst vacation? Is the worst vacation is a sexless vacation. Uh, I'm just saying because when you go with your significant other, it should be an intimate situation. For this particular one, you have everything planned out and things are worked out like it's supposed to. You go out, it might be financial, it might be whatever the case may be. In this case, it was a little financial, but certain things might make other things turn left. So for me, it was a financial situation. So we got to it. I thought I had everything planned out and everything was good. And Amanda, you know me, I like to plan things out, like things to be in place, and everything was all good until it wasn't all good. Until it wasn't good. It was like when they hit you with that 200, 300, like we gotta hold that for you. Like you gotta hold what? I still gotta feed her, right? For the next 2, 3 days, right? So the whole situation, it wasn't good, but I had to figure it out. But the whole vacation ended up being sexless just because it wasn't meant to be, right? So yeah.
Well, I'm kind of curious because, like, if you saying if it was like a one-on-one vacation, then that's when I'd probably be upset, especially if you basically planned everything, paid for everything, and you kind of was expecting sex. Then I would probably be upset. But you also can't just assume she's just gonna have sex with you. So sometimes you got to have that communication with her. But if it was a one-on-one thing, I would definitely be upset. But if it's like a group setting like this is, if you don't have sex in it, I don't think that's not a big thing. It's not a big thing to me. But you think about having sex. Yeah. No, don't. I ain't gonna say I don't want to have sex. Of course, men want to have sex. We see beautiful women and we be like, oh shit. They kind of.
Oh, 1 second. Hold on. We're going left. We're gonna pass it back to Shaku, and he can tell us his worst vacation. You ready or no? You don't want it? Okay.
I had a lot of great vacations.
Okay, so worst vacation.
So we talking about the worst vacation. So I do want to say, for the record, all my vacations have been great, regardless of what happened. But I will say this last one when I was in Mexico was kind of a messed up situation. I'm gonna make it quick because it's actually a longer situation than what it is. But basically, me and some friends from college, we were supposed to go to Mexico, and one of the friends from college basically said they want to bring their husband. I knew her husband was kind of how I supposed to say it, a nigga, basically, a hood nigga. And yeah.
So he wanted to fight all the time.
Okay, initially it wasn't like that. It was like more just we was just chilling, we was kicking it, and then later on that night, man, basically we was in the pool. We came back up from the pool, and then my homeboy put his trunks outside where the husband and wife was outside talking, and he put it outside so it can dry on a rail or something. And he came back in, and the husband and wife they sat outside the whole entire night till like 6 a.m. or whatever. We all fell asleep. Me, my homeboy, and my other friend. She went in her room and fell asleep. Then I'm gonna make this real. I'm gonna try to make this short, but basically the whole night I wake up at like 6 in the morning. They still like talking or arguing or something like that. So they was arguing about something, and I'm up here listening to them, and everybody else sleep. And this dude talking about, man, I'm about to kill this nigga, this, that, and the third. And I'm sitting here trying to listen, and like, why is this man mad? And then so he up here talking about you trying to kill this nigga, man. He had to bring his shorts out here. He tried to do that for you, and you up here ain't defending me. You up here he was going at it with his wife. And then like the neighbors came and basically he arguing with the neighbors, calling them bitches and all that. And they eventually like calmed down or something like that. We was finna take them back to the airport so they could just fly back home, but then they end up staying. Then we go to Mexico. We was in Arizona at the time. We was cool in Mexico until we went out to a party. My homeboy, the same homeboy that put his trunks out there, he was dancing with this Mexican girl, just chilling, get money, and and we was in our section or whatever. The husband and wife, they was sitting down, they was all up on each other at first. We was all kicking and having a good time. Then all of a sudden, dude got up and got mad. I don't know. I think because he started drinking and all that, he just was reminiscing on the past or something, and then just started tripping on him. And he wasn't even by, didn't do nothing. He was dancing with the Mexican. My homeboy was dancing with the Mexican girl. He got mad at him again, man. He's like, man, you man, this, that, and the third. And then so then basically a whole bunch of people had to come calm him down, push the dude off. My homeboy, he walked out the back of the club, and then the Mexican people basically arrested him. And then we had to get this Mexican girl to tell him that she her husband or something like that, so he wouldn't go to Mexican jail, I guess. And basically, we had to take them to a hotel, and we had to calm them down. But basically, it was just a bad trip that could have been prevented if we only stayed with just the friends and didn't add any plus one. And, and that's why I was saying earlier that it doesn't matter how many people it could be, because you can have a small amount of people and it could be terrible, and you can have a whole bunch of people and it could be amazing. You can have a whole bunch of people and split everything and everything cheap like we had this trip. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it all depends, and that was my worst trip.
And basically, what Shakur really wants you to know is we don't do drama over here, so don't bring that shit this way.
Hey y'all,
I'm Kay,
I'm Amanda,
and we're your hosts of We Got Ish to Say
and Everyday Vibe
podcast. We just wanted to drop in and say, don't forget to join our community.
and Everyday Vibe.
In this community, you have access to
So much more. Do it.
Do it now.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it now.
To talk about my worst trip, I've already talked about it with a couple of people. But last year, I was in a very abusive relationship. So around March, I was in a relationship with a guy. I spent like $800 for us to go on a cruise to Mexico. And I spent like an extra $200, $300 on top of that for us to go to Vegas. And he beat me the whole trip. So I'm pretty sure all of y'all noticed, but I have 2 bite marks, one on my back and like one on my shoulder. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if y'all can see it on the podcast, but I have 2 bites, and this all happened when I paid for everything for his birthday vacation. I paid for us to go on to a cruise to Ensenada, and I paid for us to spend like 3 days in Vegas. I paid for everything. He got mad at me because he was just drunk, and we just got into like some petty argument. I was trying to go to sleep because this isn't the first time he beat me. But after we came back from Vegas, we spent like 2 days in Long Beach in a hotel before we went on our cruise to Ensenada. And when we were in the hotel in Long Beach, we got into an argument over a song. Over a song. And he hit me in the face a few times, and I was crying, and I was trying to crawl outside of the hotel. I was trying to crawl my way to the door to make it outside of the hotel room, and I was going to leave, and then I was going to come back. But to keep me from making it out the door, he pinned my hands down. And even though I was still able to crawl and he was already pinning my hands down, he started biting my shoulder blades. So that's why I have 2 bites, like 2 literal like jaws looking bite marks on my back, because he was trying to keep me from crawling out the door and making it to like safety, basically, whether it was to the car, home, or wherever the fuck I was gonna go when I got to the car. So that was literally the worst vacation, because I'd invested all this energy, this time, love, and money into a man that I thought that was doing the same to me. Facts. No, that was a man? Question mark. It wasn't. He was, but we're not going to get into that. But that's a great question. To this person that I felt was doing the same for me, but he wasn't. I'm literally scarred for the rest of my life because of this man feeling insecure in his position over shit he didn't even need to feel insecure in. So that was probably my worst vacation. I spent over $1,000 on somebody that I cared about so much, and now I'm literally scarred for the rest of my life because of this person. Even though I don't talk to them no more, they're blocked. I haven't heard from them since I left them, but it's still, the marks are still on my back for the things that I've been through with this person. So that was literally the worst vacation. We went to Mexico, we went to Vegas, cruise, hotels, all of that, and I paid for every single penny out of my pocket. So that was the worst vacation ever for me. I didn't mean to get all heavy,
No.
but
No. She didn't. She didn't mean to get all heavy, but I think that's important. Thank you, Taylor, for
Thank you for your vulnerability.
being vulnerable with us.
Yeah.
Right? Like we are all friends and we hang out, but a lot of the times we don't get to talk about real life shit that happens to us. And we've all spent a lot of time with Taylor this weekend, and we do notice the mite marks on her shoulder. So thank you for just speaking up about that. It's very important. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you want to feel safe around them. And in a space that you don't know, you go out of town and stuff, you don't expect to be violated and abused. So thank you so much for that.
I was gonna say, because like she said, we appreciate truly you being vulnerable and opening up to us. Obviously, that's one thing I would say that this year I've been trying to be more intentional about is really knowing the people who are around me. Like I know your energy's enough to know that like, this was gonna be a good trip, but to really know the people around me. Like a lot of us are somewhat connected, I think, because of Shakul and then other various ways. But truly, like you can have a lot of people in your life and not know them. I'm trying to be more intentional about knowing who these people are as individuals and as human beings. And so truly thank you for that, for opening up to us and not just being in our circle and our presence, but like allowing us to know you. Also, we of course want to say if you guys do know anyone or think that someone is being abused, dealing with neglect, violence, any of that, we will find resources for you and we will drop them in our box under this video for sure to make sure that you all have a safe place, a safe person to call, and hopefully you have safe friends and people that you can talk to also to be able to like let that go. So we will have resources for you in the description box below. Make sure you check that out. I'm gonna segue back to Boston's question. So he's gonna reintroduce the question for you.
All right, so I don't know if I'm just not hitting like the rest of the dudes in this group right here, but it sounds like they're having a lot of sex on vacations. I might not be hitting for the same amount as them at this point, but the reason why I'm bringing this up is because let's say you go on a vacation with 12, 14 people, and even amount of women, even amount of men, or even the balance is shifted, but you go out and you don't want to make the vibes weird. So it's the first night and you guys are drinking, you feeling like there's vibes there, and you trying to figure out, do I shoot my shot if we all just vacation and this supposed to be a time away from home, or do I really just vibe out and like keep myself to myself in that case? Because at that point, I mean, we all men, we all women, we all see things and know what we want in life, but at what point does it get real uncomfortable? At what point should a person say, maybe I shouldn't do that in this environment versus that environment?
Okay, so remember that cruise bay thing I mentioned? Well, there was one more than one attempt at a cruise bay in my last vacation. And this individual came with a group of people and he had asked me, he said, "Hey, can we go get a drink?" And I said, "Sure." So we go get the drink, and there's a girl that comes up that I asked him previously. I said, "Hey, I thought you came with somebody." He was like, "Oh, no, 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 no." Right? And it's so same girl that I thought wasn't with him was like, "Oh, so you a flirty McFlirty ass nigga." Like she came right up to him and was like, "Oh, I see you like to flirt." And I was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. The drink is on my tab. Don't even worry about it." But what I realize is that as long as there is clear communication and boundaries, then it doesn't matter what's going on. So I think if you clearly say, "Hey, I'm interested in you, but I may not be interested in something serious," that is different. It means you may not get the outcome you want, but at least you're clear in your intentions. So I think as long as there is clarity, because the issue with those two people was he came on the cruise with them, and yes, they came on with a group, but he started trying to get at me because the girl in the group wasn't as responsive as he would have liked her to be. But I wasn't either. Like, and not just that, even though I wasn't, she was still interested in him. She was just playing hard to get. Whereas I don't play hard to get. It just is what it is. So even if you go in a group, and I'm even gonna ask another question. Are there any men in this group that thought they was gonna get some when they came on this trip?
How much is too much to flirt or like?
Yeah, like at what point? At what point is it uncomfortable for a person? Does it get uncomfortable if a person actually shoots their shot on the first night, or is that something like let's say this trip right here, we all out here tonight. I mean, first night we all out here. Someone sees you and they're like, "Yo, honey, I don't know what we here for, but before the end of the vacation, this is what I'm trying to do." Is that too much, even as an adult? If you said no, there was no weirdness. He was just like, "I'm cool on it." Is that too much, or is that like, is that what you're supposed to do on a trip? Because I mean, people say trips is about fucking and enjoying and having a good time. So is that too much, or is that not too much?
You don't have to answer the question. You can move on.
I mean, no, it's not too much. If you feel that the vibe is there, go for it. But if the vibe is off, pull back. Like, make sure there's a clear understanding between you and this person that you're trying to shoot your shot with. Because if they not feeling it and you continue, things start to get awkward, and everybody else around you can feel it, and that's when it becomes a problem. But yeah, clear communication, know your boundaries,
So
and
you initially verbalize it one time, just shoot your shot that first time, and if it's awkward, then you feel it out. You like,
And just let it go.
yeah.
Just let it go.
But make it very clear on what your intentions is.
Yes, yeah.
Like, don't be throwing subtle hints because I ain't gonna catch it. Like Kevin Hart said, say it with your chest. So say it with your chest.
I say you gotta scope shit out because when you meet people in general, especially like on a trip where you just come in and you meet everybody for the first or second time, you don't know nobody.
Right.
So it's like you scope shit out, you see who you vibe with, who you fuck with, like both of y'all said, then you know you make your intentions known and shit like that and move on that note right there and check their response, their body language and shit like that. If they ain't fucking with it, push on, press on, whatnot. But if they fucking with it, then you go from there.
Right.
It's just like throwing your shit, your chance, your shot. You only miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yes.
Simple as that. Like, say it with your chest like she said, or don't say it at all. Keep pushing. That's it.
Now, I'm definitely a totally different being. I got certain cheat codes that I live by in my mentality. And so when it comes to saying things like I'm grown, I grew out of that. I don't believe that anybody's grown. I believe that you grow every day. You continue to grow. And with that, I feel like each trip, as Shakul possibly said, is different. It depends on what the trip is for. This trip here specifically, there's no way. I love pussy. I'm not thinking about fucking sucking on anything out here because I'm here for the vibes. I'm not here about sex. Sex is like, it's part of the spiritual, but at the same time, it's like totally different. This is like good vibes family. This is like me getting to know my future family. This isn't me seeing potential pussy. This isn't me wondering who I can suck and fucking. This isn't that. To me, this is like this specifically. Like another trip, if I'm going on a date, that date whatever happens, happens. But at the same time, I also feel like another side note, but relevant. I was also raised with certain mannerisms and old school tradition. I'm not gonna be fucking in my grandma's house, so I'm not gonna be sucking when I know that certain people are around me or they can hear me. I just feel like there's a certain level of respect that comes with intimacy as well. Like that privacy is important, just like foreplay is important.
I know that's right.
I agree with a lot of what you guys already said. I also want to say that when people go on vacation, it's also like a fantasy. So when you go on vacation, certain people have certain levels of expectations of what they want to do on their vacation. But it also depends on the type of people and the vibes that are bringing. Like I love sex. I'm a very sexual being. And sometimes I'll be like, "Oh yeah, on this vacation it's going down." But I'm also a woman, so sometimes Mother Nature don't be fucking with me, but that's okay. But what I'm saying is like intimacy. I think that's probably what we all get into is a level of intimacy, right? Like if you single and you are just a decent person, we all crave some type of level of intimacy. And so when you're on vacation and you're having a good time, it's inevitable for you to feel like, oh, I want to feel a level of connection with somebody that I connected with, regardless if it's sex or just intimacy, because it doesn't always have to be sex. But some men don't know what intimacy without sex is. And that's what I feel like for me, that's what kind of comes down to the bottom of the line. It's like we could be intimate, but we don't have to be like freaky deaky. And we probably could be freaky deaky with intimacy. It just all depends on what you want it to be.
I think that. Yeah, I mean, Kay dropped the mic, so what I got to say? Do I have to answer? Do I have to answer? I was like, right. I don't feel like. I guess it depends on who like you're shooting your shot at. Every girl is different. Granted, like this house, right? I felt like when I picked people, I picked someone where everybody would at least have a connection to one person in the house, right? So even with that, bringing new people in too, though. So yeah, you then have to get to know each other, feel each other, and whatnot. So if you're shooting shots on the first night, I don't see anything wrong with it. We're individuals, and I mean, like the men said, if you see something you like, you go after it. But also,
and it's a whole lot of fine motherfuckers in this bitch.
My friends are fine as shit. Like I ain't gonna hold you, but I stole your line. But but I don't feel like it gets. I mean, again, I guess it depends on the girl. I don't feel like it gets awkward unless you're extremely aggressive and inappropriate. Like I think that's my thing because in some ways, like I don't mean to flirt, but I always told I'm a natural flirt. And then some of these motherfuckers I flirt with purposely just because like it's fun. So at the end of the day, cool that. So then at the end of the day, it's like, how does it? It's the same thing for girls. Like Boston, if I shot my shot at you, how does that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like it's in reverse. So I think it really just depends on the person, and then like which way it goes. Like I don't see it being like too much or out of pocket. When it gets to like flirting and stuff, I mean, I feel like you gotta have context clues and stuff. I mean, sometimes when people go on trips, they might already have a band. You kind of can already tell, even if they like room with them and stuff like that. But if you just see like somebody, if you see somebody and like you interested in them, I mean, I feel like you just have a conversation with them, and then eventually, like you just having a general conversation and just talking to them, you probably can pick up if they got a boyfriend or if they got a girlfriend or if they talking to anybody or if they interested in somebody here or if they gonna be sleeping in the same bed with them. You probably can pick up on that easily, and or you can just straight up ask them. I don't know why people just don't straight up ask people, but I do agree with all you guys. I feel like when you really like if you really just really communicate with somebody, you could really just get your answers. And if you're interested in somebody, just talk to them. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science. We're all human, and people just make it more difficult than what it is. And just you can see the context clues. You can see if somebody like kind of feeling somebody all up on them. They all keep talking to them. You can see it. It's kind of obvious sometimes, but make sure you tread carefully though. You don't want to step on anybody's toes or bring any drama into a group setting.
My answer is basically the same as Cool's, except for the context clues. I feel like there should be a yes or a no written. Like in this area, in the situation that we in, if you feeling somebody, like you should be like, hey, what's up? Like, cause the girl ain't gonna say nothing initially, at least most cases. So as a guy, you should be like, hey, what's up, shorty? Like, what's good with you? Like, I'm feeling you. It seems like you feeling me. What you trying to do later on? And then that's up to her to be like, yeah, if it's for her to be like, hey, yo, I'm feeling you, let's do something. But obviously, in this situation, it would be like on the low because it's just a one time hookup. It's vacation. Like somebody said earlier, I feel like it was Kay. It's fantasies. Want to hook up on vacation or what, and have some fun. So if y'all hook up on this vacation in Palm Springs, it might be a one time deal or whatever, and then that's the end of it. Like if y'all hooking up on a vacation, as long as it's mutual and as long as it's low key, because it's just a vacation thing. You don't know if this is gonna last tomorrow or a month from now, a week from now, whatever. So as long as y'all both know, like, hey, this is what I want right here, right now, today. I'm gonna do it right here, right now, today. Excellent. If y'all don't want it known, then be hella quiet about it. But if y'all like, you know what, I want this to last, then be all loud about it, alright? Just speak on your shit. That's all I'm saying.
We grown. We grown.
Yeah, no, no. I give it to my girl Taylor. She told it all. Like I said, all I can do is speak from experience. Like I said, what I've noticed is as I get older, is like I said, what I've learned. If I had to tell anybody anything, is be considerate. Be considerate. Be mindful. You want what you want. At the same time, the person that you want, be mindful of what they want. Because you all day you're trying to be like, damn, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want, but you never mindful of the other person that you really want. You know what I'm saying? So try to be in that space. So for me, I've been there, done that. I know exactly, right? 30, been there, done that. 30. Yeah, we the elders. With, I'm like 39 plus. Yeah, we there. Like, what's your three? It's four. It's four of us. It's four of us. It's like I said, be like have intentions. Yeah, you have your intentions. You have your intentions. Know what you want at the end of the day. Like I said, don't play around. Like I said, we're getting older by the day. Like I said, be blessed for everything that we here for each and every day, down to your very breath. Like I said, let's enjoy the moment. We definitely no, exactly, exactly. Enjoy the moment. Got it?
You trying to enjoy the moment?
Huh?
What we doing?
No.
So basically, y'all thought we was feeling you? Y'all niggas some munch. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, y'all. I love you guys. I don't know who the hell sing that song, but I like y'all. I love y'all. Hey, Ice Spice, Icy Spicy. Oh, okay.
Little cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh, okay. Anyway, on that note, I think that's it. I kind of wanted to give one of y'all a wild card though. Let's do it. I kind of wanted to throw a wild card in. Wild card, rapid fire, rapid fire. I'm gonna start down here with you, Lee.
All right, so we're gonna do a wild card, and I'm gonna give one person a nickname. I'm gonna start off with Lance. I'm gonna call him Smooth Criminal. Smooth Criminal, and then I'm gonna pass it down to the left.
Am I still giving a nickname? Oh. All right, I'm gonna go with Dame. I'm gonna go with Maxie, like Maxie Priest.
Hey.
I'm I'm gonna have to go with Dame as well. This is Black Jesus. This is this is what Jesus looked like. Okay, not that not that white man that's on the wall at your grandma's house. This that's Black Jesus right there.
All right, I'm gonna go with who? Nikki Vinegar Bay. Vinegar Bay. Yeah.
I want to go with Amanda, and I'm going to say the glue.
Oh, I like that. That's cute. Aww.
I'm going with your girl Nicole, Nicopedia, Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker.
I love that. I do love that stuff. I don't know. I'm bad with nicknames for real. Just because you call me a nickname, don't mean I call you a nickname.
You call him Boston, so what you mean?
But that's already a given. I introduced the podcast. That the man's name is not Boston, but I call him Boston. I guess I'll just choose. Yeah, Shacool. I don't really have a nickname for him though. He already go by Cool. I always mess with him, tell him he's the love of my life, so we just gonna call him love of my life.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with my sister, my Nera over there. I'm gonna call her the Angel.
So false. Okay, there we go.
Oh, we have a precious zone. Damn. I feel like I got nicknames for everybody though. Can I go around the circle? Can I do that? Alright. Alright. So for Jay over here, I would love to call him East Coast or bacon, egg, and cheese.
Wow.
Alright. For Nicole over here, I do like Nicopedia, but she's definitely got some Lauryn Hill vibes over here. Alright, for Taylor over here, Honey. Honey's her nickname, but I would love to call her Aaliyah.
Hey.
To agree with Honey originally, Dame, you are like Jesus, aka Bob Marley over here, okay? All right. So my Nara just got the vibes over here. She's like, I would want to call her like sage or something, because it's like you put on the music and you just shake it around, and the way you was vibing in the tub earlier, that's you, sage, for sure. Okay. Okay. I love you. I feel like, no disrespect, because I mean this with all respect. Okay, you were like, I feel like you was low key like the second mom of the group. Amanda was, but I feel like, yeah, exactly. You Auntie K for sure. You the fun auntie for sure. Amanda, I love you so much. I feel like, no lie, no disrespect either. You like the girl next door, and I love you so much. I love you so much. You were the sweetest, most like caring person ever. You asking everybody. You even asked me, because nobody doesn't know, but I literally like officially really, really know Lance, Cool, and Amanda. I've seen Kay a few times. Apparently I've seen East Coast a couple times or whatever. But like, I really only know like 3 people out of the 13, 14 of us that was here this whole weekend. So Amanda is the sweetest, most caring person ever. So you know what? Strawberry shortcake. That's your nickname. That's your nickname. I mean, Cool is pretty obvious. His name is Shacool, and he is literally, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, the coolest person I know. It's in his name because he is that cool. He is really that cool. I'll post him on my stories all the time because he is literally that guy. That is cool. Like, he is really that cool. And then Lance, my boy Lance. Lance is definitely Zaddy of the group for sure. Not because of the knowledge, the wisdom, all of that stuff. He got the moves for sure.
We chose what I love it because she chose everybody. I appreciate her. Yeah, we sticking to one person, right? Because I can't do everybody. Hey, hey, my newest homie, my brother, hey, Kevin Garnett, right here. Hey, G, Kevin Garnett, my G, right here. I don't know how he played for real on the court. G, we just gotta test that shit out. But G, that's my homie. That's like, G, you feel the vibes? G, I'm here all day, bro. I got you. I got you. G.
Thank you. I'm like, y'all see I'm short. Like, right, like y'all see I'm short. Dang. Okay, no, you're good. You're good. All right. And so with that, we are wrapping this episode up with this group of 13. We wish we could celebrate, but we are in Palm Springs, y'all. We got a noise ordinance, so it's after 9. We gotta be quiet. Shh. Welcome to the quiet storm. We got ish to say, an everyday vibe where all the vibes happen all the time.
Oh yeah, it's after 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it. We're about to play the latest and greatest. Let's get it started. Either get here or go to sleep. We here all night. You may hear us, or you may not. Oh, I mean,
So remember, this mother trucker, he like to make it last forever. We ain't got time for all that. So anyway, y'all met everybody. We'll drop all of their social medias and handles in the detail box. Not Boston, because he's anyway. Yeah, not Boston, but he's a ghost. Yeah. So other than that, thank you for joining us on another episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to follow Kay at I am Sade Brand for my personal page and Everyday People World for my sunglasses brand, and everydaypeopleworld.com if you want to shop with us. And don't forget to follow my girl Amanda at smile underscore the number 4 underscore Amanda for my personal page, or you can find the brand Love Vibes at lov.vibes, lov.vibes. And then of course you can find me and Kay together, and probably our friends too, at We Got Ish to Say Pod across all social media. On Twitter, we are tweeting you at We Got Ish to Say Pod 2, the number 2, not TO. Until next time, we out. Have a good one, y'all. Happy birthday, Amanda. Hey.